Pharmacogenetics and pharmacogenomics. The study of inter-individual variations in the DNA sequence are related to the drug absorption, disposition, and drug action is called as pharmacogenetics. Or usually in this type of the study, we study about the genetic variations that is related to the drug absorption, drug deposition, disposition, and drug action. The study of inter-individual variation in DNA sequence that encodes the functions of transporters, metabolizing enzymes, receptors, and other proteins is called as pharmacogenetics. In another way, if we define that what is pharmacogenetics, the study of how people respond differently to medicines due to their genetic inheritance is called as pharmacogenetics. So pharmacogenetics is actually correlating the heritable genetic variation to drug response. The ultimate goal of pharmacogenetics or pharmacogenomics is to understand that how someone's genetic makeup determine that how well a medicine works on his or her body. In other words, the goal of the pharmacogenetics or the pharmacogenomics is that the right medicine for the right patient. People react differently to the drugs. Like here is the example: patient population with same disease phenotype. This is the population of the patients that have same phenotype. While performing the genotyping, some of the people or some of the patient are with normal response to drug therapy. So these people, they respond to drug therapy as the normal. While there are some individuals like patients with non-response to drug therapy. They do not respond to the drug therapy, and there is another class of people or other class of the patients, that the patients with drug toxicity. So people, they react differently to the drugs. Some of the people, they give normal response. Some of them, they give no response to the drug therapy, and there are some people or patient that have drug toxicity when we use a drug on those patients. So these are the toxic responders, these are the non-responders, and these are the responders. So it all depends on the genetic variations or the variations in the genomes. Determinants of the drug efficacy and toxicity. There are two different terminologies which are called as pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. If we study about the absorption, distribution, elimination, all it is called as pharmacokinetics. While on the other hand, if we study about the toxicity and efficacy of the drugs, then it is called as pharmacodynamics. Pharmacogenomics is actually correlating the heritable genetic variations to the drug response. Here, if we have to do the genetic testing, so on one hand, the disease genetics can be studied, while on the other hand, pharmacogenetics or pharmacogenomics can be performed. In case of disease genetics, we can identify rare Mendelian diseases or the common Mendelian diseases or the complex diseases, which are called as. In case of pharmacogenetics, genes for the drug metabolism or the SNP profiles, they are studied. So while performing the study of pharmacogenetics and pharmacogenomics, we have to see whether about the genetics of the disease, about the pharmacogenomics, whether the disease is a rare Mendelian disorder or it is common Mendelian disorder, and how the genes or the drug response based on the variations which are present in the human beings. If we conclude about the pharmacogenetics or pharmacogenomics, It is actually the study of inter-individual variations which are present in the DNA sequence of the individuals, and we relate them to drug absorption, disposition, and drug action.